What's up, all you villains? Welcome back to part 12 of our Pokemon Team Rocket Edition walkthrough. In the previous video, Trainer Red defeated Giovanni. Giovanni asked us to go and find out as much information as we can about Trainer Red in Pallet Town. We also stole a really cool Bulbasaur, and Boss Giovanni gave us a mission to try and go and catch the legendary Pokemon Articuno, which is in the Seafoam Islands. He also told Blue and our rival Andra to go and catch Zapdos and Moltres. So we're on the hunt to try and get the legendary birds. And now we're gonna make our way to Fuchsia Town, the new town we haven't been to yet. And from there, we will be able to reach the Seafoam Islands where Articuno was last spotted. So now we've just returned to Lavender Town, and we can now make it south of Lavender Town and try and reach Fuchsia City. It is one of the longer routes in Kanto, so I'm guessing there's going to be a ton of battles and a few areas where we can catch some cool new Pokemon. Before we carry on, I just want to update you guys with my team. I got Dragonair, Primeape, Kadabra, Vileplume, Ninetales, and Sentret. I am going to try level up my Pokemon quite a bit during this route to Fuchsia City. And my Sentret does have Surf, so we're going to try and take a few shortcuts here and there, and we picked up TM48. And normally south of this route, there is a patch of grass where Charmander is known to be found, so I'm not sure if we will be able to find it in this game, but we'll definitely try. And now we're just trying to battle all the fishermen and trainers that we are coming across. Like I said, this is one of the longest routes, so it's going to take a while. There's going to be a couple battles. I'll try to skip through most of them. And here we've reached another fisherman, and hopefully we can get another fishing rod from him. Okay, so he's got a little side quest for us. He says he's got two brothers. One lives in Vermilion, who has the old rod. And it seems he has a competition with his older brother. His older brother has a super rod, which is better than his good rod. So he's upset that his brothers surpassed him in every aspect. So he wants us to go to Fuchsia City and defeat his brother and teach him a little lesson. So it feels like he's not really appreciated. He said the old rod can catch all the Magikarp, and the super rod you can catch better Pokemon, so his good rod is kind of in the middle. Well, we'll try and find his brothers and battle them, and maybe we'll come back and get a good rod from him. Ken, here's a small little piece of grass. If you go down south, you can pick up an item there. I am really excited to reach Fuchsia City, because that city is known for having gym leader Koga, but also it has the Safari Zone. So I'm very curious to see if we can enter the Safari Zone at all. Not sure if Rocket members will be allowed to enter, but maybe we can catch some cool Pokemon around there. And from Fuchsia City, we should be able to surf down south to reach the Seafoam Islands. We'll see if there's any tough battles in store. Otherwise, in the next video, we'll probably reach Seafoam Islands and try and find Articuno. I hope we can catch it. And I wonder if we'll be able to keep it in our team, or if we'll have to give it to Boss Giovanni. And this is the little area. We just came across a Venonat, but normally there's a Charmander found in that little patch of grass. So we'll definitely come back and see if we can come across any Charmander there. Now, there's a couple more people to battle here, a few bikers, and it is tough because there's nowhere to heal your Pokemon, so you might have to go all the way back and heal your Pokemon there. And we've come across Blue. So I think Blue is ready to battle. He's supposed to go and catch Moltres, because he's got a really strong Blastoise, which will be really effective against Fire-type Moltres. So let's see what Blue's got. I guess we'll have to try and battle against his Blastoise now. And the first Pokemon he sends out is a level 36 Pidgeot. So his Pidgey has reached its final evolution. And my Dragonair's Dragon Tail attack makes him force to swap out his Pokemon. So he swapped out Growlithe, and we one-shotted that. I really like Dragonair's attack because if he's up against a strong Pokemon, we can force them to swap out. And here, Blue sent out his strongest Pokemon, his Blastoise, which is level 38. I've decided to send out Vileplume, which is a Grass-type Pokemon. But we did take a bit of damage, so I'm going to heal him up. But it looks like Blastoise's ice attacks are super effective. And I'm just going to use some potions and keep healing, because luckily Blastoise is poisoned. So each time he attacks, he is taking more and more damage. Unfortunately there we took a critical hit and Vileplume got knocked out. But we're going to send Sentret out and we're going to try revive it. So we'll sacrifice Sentret. We still haven't trained Sentret up at all. But I think we should train him up soon and at least try to get him evolved so he can withstand an attack or two. We basically also have a team of 5 Pokemon because Sentret's not adding any strength to our team. It's just our HM slave that we use to surf and cut with. Okay, now I've sent out Primeape, which is level 34, but luckily Blastoise is already quite hurt. And Primeape uses Dig and we knock out Blastoise. We level up and learn a new move. So at least we've got Blue's strongest Pokemon out the way, but I'm sure the rest of his team is also pretty strong. We knocked out his Growlithe, we knocked out his Blastoise, and I'm very curious to see what else he's got on his team. Wow, okay, the next Pokemon he sends out is an Alakazam level 35, one of the strongest Psychic-type Pokemon. And its attack is super effective, but my Primeape has a Focus Sash, so it can't get knocked out in the first shot. And we caused quite a bit of damage, so not too bad. Maybe we should send out our Kadabra, see if Kadabra can teach its evolved Alakazam a lesson. But unfortunately, we get taught a lesson. Alakazam knocks out my Kadabra in one shot. I'm guessing his speed is a lot quicker. And he knocks out my Dragonair, so this Alakazam has super fast speed, and also its special attack is really high. Luckily my Ninetales is slightly faster and we got the first attack in, but now Ninetales is our last Pokemon. He sends out Pidgeot, which was already hurt by our previous Pokemon. And if we attack first now, we should be able to knock it out. Okay, so now it's down to one last Pokemon. Ninetales is looking pretty good. It's taken a tiny bit of damage. And Blue's final Pokemon is a level 35 Execute, which is weak against fire attacks. We one-shot it and we have defeated Trainer Blue. It was a really tough battle, but I'm glad we defeated him. We got a bit of experience. But now, again, there's also nowhere nearby that we can heal our Pokemon. So I might have to use a couple revives and heal up my Pokemon a bit. Because there's definitely going to be a couple more trainers for us to battle along the way. I am going to try and avoid as many trainers as possible just until I can heal my Pokemon. And once we've healed up the team, I will come back and challenge all the trainers that I've missed. So here's a little shortcut. We can go around all the trainers. And here we've picked up TM18, which is Rain Dance. Okay, so it looks like we have made it. Here there is one of Professor Oak's aides. I don't want to talk to him yet in case we have to battle him. I need to heal my Pokemon urgently. You are a shame for gym leaders, Koga. Okay, so it looks like Koga is here. And apparently Koga is also working together with Team Rocket, and he's been exposed. So they can't believe that Koga is affiliated with us. That's what I was saying earlier on in the game. So many of these gym leaders are working together with Team Rocket secretly. They've got their hand in the pie somewhere. In Lavender Town Tower, we figured out that Blaine, gym leader Blaine, was also working for Giovanni. Now we found out Koga is working with Team Rocket as well. And the daycare people were hiding the Rocket base. So there's so much going on in the story. It's been really, really interesting so far. And it seems like Koga has an issue with Bruno as well as Lance. And I think Koga's kind of responsible for the cycling road. And it looks like he's found us and he's given us a gift. He's heard that I work with Giovanni, and Giovanni said that he can trust us. And he says that he's not strong enough to take on Lance, but he knows that we might be able to take him on. So he says we must try go to the cycling road and see if we can find Lance or Bruno to battle. He said if anyone can stop Lance, it's us. And he said he will be at his gym. So I'm guessing we can go and explore the cycling road. But now we urgently need to heal our Pokemon before we do anything else. My Pokemon are all knocked out, only Ninetales is still alive. And then once we have healed our Pokemon, now we can go back and take on all the trainers that we missed. And I also want to go and speak to that Professor Oak's aide in case he wants to battle. Now, but let's first train up our Pokemon. We're going to quickly make our way through. See if there's any items here that we can also pick up. But this is excellent training. I think in this entire route, there must be like 20 or 30 trainers to take on, which is great for strengthening up your team, or if you have a new Pokemon that you've added to your team and you want them to level up. Now's a great time to use all these battles to gain a couple levels and use your experience share wisely. And here on the west side of the route, there are a couple biker gang members. So we're gonna battle all of them as well. And we've reached a little area where we can use Cut. So here there might be some strong Pokemon as well. You might want to come and explore a bit. We did come across a level 29 Weeping Bell, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind catching a Weeping Bell and evolving it into a Victory Bell. Can't remember if it evolves by itself or if you have to use a Leaf Stone. But Victory Bell is a pretty cool grass-type Pokemon. Okay, it looks like we have knocked out everyone. There was just one or two trainers up top here that we didn't chat with, so we'll definitely battle these guys. And then it's to Professor Oak's aid. We'll try and battle him if he wants to battle, and normally they're quite tough. So let's see if he's got any items for us or if he wants to battle. Okay, he's not very happy. He's telling us to get out. And you have a choice if you want to battle him or not. Scientist Oak's aid wants to battle, and he's got 5 Pokemon. This was a super tough battle. I'm lucky that we did all the training beforehand, otherwise we definitely would have lost. We knocked out his Poliwhirl in one shot, and the next Pokemon he's sending out is a level 35 Magneton. So my Dragonair might be in trouble now. Luckily we used Dragon Tail and forced our opponent to swap out. He swapped out a Flareon, which we one-shotted. I love Dragonair's Dragon Tail. If there's a Pokemon that he's weak against, he can use Dragon Tail and force it to swap out. Unfortunately, Magneton attacked first and one-shotted our Dragonair. So we're gonna send out Ninetales. Hopefully his fire attack will hit first and it should be super effective. And it is. We knock out Magneton. Professor Oak's aides only got 2 Pokemon left. And he sent out a level 36 Persian, which is really cool. I wouldn't mind adding Persian to our team, as it is one of the most famous Team Rocket Pokemon. Boss Giovanni is known for having a Persian, and Jesse and James have a Meowth. Okay, so we knocked out this aid and we got a Toxic Orb as a reward. So that was a really fun battle. We took on Blue and Professor Oak's aid. 2 really tough battles so far. And now I suppose we can explore Fuchsia City a bit. Here we found the fisherman that we spoke to earlier, that we were meant to battle. So I think we're gonna take him on. Make sure that you've healed your Pokemon first though. And let's fight the Fisherman Guru. Okay, wow, his first Pokemon is a level 35 Poliwhirl. Hopefully we can knock it out in one shot. And we don't knock it out, but we force him to swap out. And the next Pokemon he's got is a level 38 Gyarados. So this Fisherman Guru has a strong team. Be prepared, make sure your Pokemon are healed, and you have a whole bunch of items. Okay, he's brought out Poliwhirl again, who is pretty weak, but it attacks first and knocks out my Dragonair. To be honest, I think this fisherman was tougher than Professor Oak's aid, for sure. We sent out Primeape, who handled business, and I've also given our Sentret experience share now, so we're training it up a bit and leveling it up. It has evolved into a Ferret. And the fisherman sent out another Gyarados that we knocked out in one shot. And he sent out a 3rd Gyarados. So this guy's team is crazy. He loves Gyarados. But Gyarados is an awesome Pokemon, to be fair. But we're just one-shotting them at the moment. And if we can get our Ferret up to level 30 or so, it might be able to start helping us. I believe it is quite a strong Pokemon as well, but I'm only keeping it in the team because it's got all of our HM moves taught to it. And the Fisherman Guru's final Pokemon is a Seadra, which we knocked out in one shot. Primeape's attack does get stronger with each turn, so we just one-shotted his whole team. And at least we completed that. But now it looks like the fisherman's neighbor has just popped in here. And apparently he's the guardian of the Safari Zone or something, so he also wants to take us on. And we haven't even had time to heal our Pokemon, so you're basically battling 12 Pokemon, 6 and 6, and you aren't able to heal your Pokemon, so just save. Make sure that you save before taking on the Fisherman Guru. Okay, and he's also got 6 Pokemon, and they are even stronger than the Fisherman's. His next Pokemon is a level 39 Slowking, which is one of my favorite water and psychic type Pokemon. My Dragonair and Primeape are knocked out. We're going to send out Vileplume, who hopefully has an advantage. It is a grass type. But Slowking's got a fire attack. What the heck? We knock out Slowking, but we're just hanging in there. And Ferret is slowly leveling up. His next Pokemon is a level 38 Cloyster. And yes, our Mega Drain is super effective. We knock out Cloyster and we heal our Vileplume a little bit. And the next Pokemon he sent out is a level 38 Slowbro. So at least our attacks are effective. And if it weren't for Vileplume, we'd be in real trouble. Make sure you've got a grass-type Pokemon in your team, because there are a lot of water-type Pokemon to battle in these 2 battles. Next, he sends out a level 37 Ghastly, which is a psychic type. Vileplume has been knocked out, but now we're going to send out our Ninetales. If we can hit it with a fire attack, we should be able to knock it out. And boom, we do. Ghastly is out the way. It's down to the final Pokemon, which is level 37, and it's just a Slowpoke. So it looks like he's used his stronger Pokemon first, and we probably have this battle under our belt. But I was not prepared for 2 battles in a row with so many Pokemon and such high levels. You definitely want to make sure you've trained up your Pokemon a bit. Make sure they're around level 38, 39 before taking on these guys. Okay, so we've defeated them both. And it looks like the Fisherman is here. And we taught the Fisherman and the Safari Zone Guardian both a lesson. We can see what is outside here. Doesn't look like there's much. And this was the neighbor. Okay, and it looks like there's an item here. But we can't push it yet. I don't think we have strength yet. But now we're going to quickly make our way all the way back to the Fisherman. And we'll let him know that we defeated his brother. Hopefully he'll reward us with something cool. And then we can make our way to the Safari Zone if we're allowed to enter. We might have to complete that in the next video. And we've still got the cycling road to explore, so we'll probably do that as well before we surf down south to the Seafoam Islands. And we get a Squirtle as a reward, so that is an awesome Pokemon. I'm definitely going to add Squirtle to my team. Blastoise is probably my favorite final evolution of the first 3 starters. So we also got a Bulbasaur that we stole in the previous video. So I'm guessing we're going to get a Charmander soon. But Blastoise is definitely my favorite. This video's already been jam-packed. We'll catch you guys in the next one.